Our 5-year-old son Simon was killed by a drunken driver just down the road here. And after a whole year, eventually that driver came to trial. And we had been told how much his life had been destroyed by the guilt for what he'd done, so we wanted to prevent him from having it further destroyed by a prison sentence. So we wrote him a letter which we suggested he might like to show to the judge, just to say that we forgave him.
So when someone hurts somebody else, the right reaction is anger. Anger is okay. But somehow we have to find something to do with our anger. We may have to forgive them. In a sense, it's almost selfish, because it will harm us if we don't. If we've got all that bottled up anger, then we destroy ourselves by our failure to forgive.
You never get over the death of someone you love. But I felt I had to do it, because I couldn't live with myself if I didn't. I pray every day, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And I knew that God had to forgive me a whole lot of things, and that I couldn't receive God's forgiveness unless I was willing to forgive others who would also sin.
You hugged the driver and wept with him after the trial. Why did you do that?
Couldn't help it. That he came out of the trial, he was choked and I was choked, and in the corridor outside the courtroom we wanted to say something to each other and nothing would come out, so we just put our arms around each other.
But is there not, to some extent, a sense of revulsion in putting your arms around the man who killed your child?
I think it'd be very difficult if he didn't show any remorse at all. I understand that could be a great problem, and in those circumstances really all you can do is offer forgiveness and wait to see if it's accepted or not. You have to find a way of hating the sin and loving the sinner.
But I can quite understand how difficult that would be. I honestly don't know that I could have responded in the same way, to be honest, if I'd known this had been done deliberately.